Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Lo-LYF back with another video. Yes. Video number 2. Let's get it. All right, this video is for my truckers. It's people who want to be a trucker, who thought about it, who's scared to do it. Y'all, if you want to be a trucker, now is the time to be a trucker, bro. Like, now is the perfect time. Like, I was scared when I decided that this was for me. Like, I know I love to drive. Like, I even thought about driving for the streets. I ain't gonna cap. Like, that's how much I love to drive. One of my friends, old friends, and we ain't even friends no more, but he offered me like $30K to drop a load off in Cali. It wasn't illegal load, y'all. It wasn't legal load. And I thought about it too, but you know, I thought about Jill even more. And I was like, no. Like, but I really love to drive. And like down to Uber, like I'll pick up Uber rides, do Uber drives and shit like that because I just really like to drive, not because I want to do this shit, but I just like to drive and I could drive earning money, cool. But so what got me into trucking really, one of my friends did forklift and I was like, that's kind of a manly job. Like if she could do forklifts, I could do CDL, and I that went through my mind, and then. One day I was off. I was like cooped up in a bed trying to figure out like where I'm going in my life. I think I was like, I was 27. Like, oh shit, I'm approaching 30. I was in the restaurant industry all my life, and when you're in the restaurant industry, it's cool, but then you're thinking about like this is not a career. Like, well, your parents make it sound like it's not a career. Like now. I said, you in the restaurant industry, you making money, like, F what everybody say. But that's what my mind was at. I'm approaching my 30s. Like, I need to find a career. I need to invest in a career. And so, like I said, I always loved to drive. I knew there was money in the trucking industry. But, again, I was so scared to get behind such a big vehicle. And what motivated me or what inspired me to do it was one day I was laying in bed, having kind of like a midlife crisis. And I put on Ice Road with Liam Neeson. If you haven't seen it, go see it. It might motivate you more than I can. And I was watching that video. I'm sorry. I was watching that movie. And quick story about the movie. Liam Neeson's a truck driver. He gets offered. I think he got offered a lot of money to do a load across the states, but it was like during a winter storm. So he was, fighting for his life to deliver this load, but he got paid so much. And I was like, dang, truck drivers get paid that much? And so I did my research and I was like, okay, like I guess I'm about to do this. Like, yeah, Liam Neeson he's bigger than me, but he ain't that much bigger than me. So I'm just thinking like, there's women who do this, there's men who do this. These ain't no Incredible Hulks. These are regular people just driving these big vehicles. So it kind of motivated me to do it. And my route that I took, I mean, when you search up how to get your CDL, it's kind of complicated. They take you to multiple places to get your CDL, and sometimes you have to have good credit. You have to have money in the bank to get your CDL. Like I think the first spot I went to, I can't even remember what it was called, but it wasn't like I can't even remember. I don't got no information about it, to be honest. And then there's other spots where you go to like a community college, get your CDL, take about 8 months or whatever. I was like, I don't know if I want to do that. But I did talk to somebody. I didn't know if I wanted to do that. Then I went to I think it was Pam Transport. They have something where they'll pay you to get your CDL. They'll even they'll pay for your DOT, physical and stuff like that. And you got to pass all these requirements for them, and then they'll, train you, put you on a road. I went with them, and then something happened. I can't even remember what happened. But the last place I hit up, when I was literally about to give up, I was like about to give up. And then I seen this one ad for Roadmaster Driving School. And I got on the phone with somebody, and she was like, yeah, just come up here. 9 times 10, you're going to get accepted. I got you. Cool. Went up there. We chopped it up. She was like, can you go do a drug test for us? I'm like, yeah, cool. Like, I didn't do no drugs. So I was like, yeah, cool. Roadmaster Driving School wanted to do it's a hair follicle driving school. So if you ain't going to pass the hair follicle test, don't even waste your time. And if you want to do it, get clean. I think it takes 3 months, 90 days to get your hair. That's the drugs out your hair. You know, look on YouTube, ask chat how the quickest way. But Roadmaster Driving School really hooked me up. I was in and out there. I got my CDL in about 4 to 6 weeks. Backstory about Roadmaster Driving School is partner with Warner's, partner with a lot of top companies. So when you go there, you get your CDL. When you get out of there, you got a job. So you don't have to even worry about somebody not hiring you because you're a new driver. You got a job as soon as you graduate Roadmaster Driving School, like that. Depending on I don't know any information about your background. All truck driving companies, they're gonna check your background. So if you have something on your background, you might have to take a longer route. I'm not really too sure about that. I don't got nothing on my background. I don't got no DUI, DWI. I don't got no. They will ask you about prior car accidents. I mean, they're gonna want to know all this information, and don't withhold it because they got all the information they need. Like, it's better for you to tell them for them to find out because they will find out. So down to Roadmaster, I went to Roadmaster in Houston, but Roadmaster is pretty much everywhere. It's a lot of places, so I don't think you'll have a problem finding Roadmaster in your surrounding areas. So how Roadmaster works? So once you get approved, you do the hair follicle test. You could start school within that following Monday. I think I started school within a week. You know, I was up and rolling in a week. Now it is tricky. It's like a full-time job for 4 to 6 weeks, Monday through Friday, like 7 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. It was tough. I'm not gonna lie, it was tough. Cause it's like that, you're not getting paid for that. That's just straight school. So, the first week is pretty much you in the classroom for a week, learning everything, watching videos, stuff like that. After that first week, that second week, you are getting your permit, your CDL permit. They're gonna schedule you to get that permit. You'll get that permit, and now in the remaining weeks, you're pretty much learning the truck, the pre-trip, the post-trip, the inspect, like. Everything, the in-cab, you learning everything to get you prepared to take your final road test to get your CDL. Now, because I was in Houston, I went to Houston Roadmaster class. We had to drive to San Antonio to take our final CDL test, road test. Once you went to San Antonio, you take that final road test. You got your CDL. You got hooked with Warner, and now you on the road. You with a teammate, but 9 times you're gonna be with a teammate. Like Warner, they don't let newbies on the road by themselves, which I completely understand. I was honestly, when I went up in there, I went for myself. But what I realized is that I'm a new driver, about to be over the road, 48 states, and I don't really know too much about this. Like, I know what I learned, but I didn't know too much about what I was getting myself into. So I was kind of looking forward to a teammate. So me and this one guy, he was my next door neighbor in my class. We kind of vibed. I trusted him, and we became teammates over the road. And we rock and roll for about 8 months before we split up. I wanted to go 2 years with him. You know, that first year, get our feet wet. Our second year, go to a better company as a team, get more money, and then we could split up. But, you know, things didn't happen like that. Which, 9 times in 10, that's how it's going to happen. I remember when I was in school and we decided to be teams, and, you know, people was like, you know, y'all just going to be teams for a little bit. It ain't no way y'all going to last 2 years. It's no way. And I'm like, bro, like, you know, we locked in. We are locked in. And little did I know, that man left me for his girl. He left me for his girl, but we had some good times, some bad times. It is what it is. It was tricky, you know. It's first time being over the road, but I've always been like a nomad. Like, I've always been like to myself, you know, a grinder, hustler. Like, I always like to do stuff like that. So, I wasn't really tripping. So that's about Roadmaster. Now the pre-trip, post-trip, and in-cab is something you're just gonna have to learn. I could tell you, but You know, it's just something you're gonna have to learn when you're in school. It's a lot, you know. But you know what? I do still have, I probably still do have the in-cab, post-trip, and pre-trip notes that Roadmaster will require you to know when it's time for you to take that test. So when you do that pre-trip in San Antonio, your final CDL test to get your license officially, I probably do have all the information, all the notes for that. It's word for word. Like, we was passing that thing around. It's word for word. Like, you not gonna fail with that. I'm telling you, if you could memorize everything, it's literally word for word. Also, of course, you know, you're doing all that, but you're also gonna be driving. You're gonna be driving in the surrounding areas of your school, which I mean, of course, what else are you gonna do? Now, as far as payment plans, money concerned, you don't pay nothing. You don't pay nothing until you are on the road. So when you apply, you get approved for schooling, whatever. They'll even pay for your stay at a hotel if you're traveling from out of states. But say you're in state, you want to stay at your crib, you could do that and, you know, commute. That saves you some money, because that hotel bill is going to add up at the end. So if you're out of state, you get a hotel bill added to the end. If you're in state and you could commute, then that's less money off your hands. As far as your CDL, it might be higher now because, like I said, it's been 3 years since I got my CDL. I think I don't really remember. I think my total is maybe like 9,000. Say my CDL was 9,000, 8,000, 9,000, right? You don't start paying that off. All right, CDL would say it's 8,000, 9,000. I really can't remember. 8,000, 9,000. If you decide to work for Warner do a tuition reimbursement where you don't have to touch that CDL payment. Warner will pay that monthly. But the thing about Warner paying that monthly is that you're not getting the most bang for your buck. You're a new CDL driver. They're really like penny pinching you money. So yeah, your first few checks might be nice because you got probably like a sign-on bonus, something like that. But after that, like, you're getting paid the minimum of the minimum as a CDL driver, because but you're also learning. So I mean, it's kind of give and take, and you also get tuition reimbursement where you're not really paying for your CDL. So that's a perk. The moment you leave Warner, you're gonna start paying that. You're gonna start paying back that CDL payment, which I want to say I'm still paying on this $190 a month. Mine is $190 a month. I don't know about everybody else's. Like, I don't know about everybody else. Mine's $190 a month. How it works is, yeah, it's $190 a month. If you was to stay with Warner and let Warner pay that off, you probably Warner for like 5-6 years. But like I said, you'll be get the minimum. I remember us being teams. Me and my team was splitting 55 cents a mile. If you look on Indeed right now, solo truck drivers are getting paid 60 cents a mile just for having a year or 2 years experience. Like, that's what I'm saying. It is a big difference, but you need to get your feet wet somewhere. And I think Roadmaster is the quickest, fastest, like, just the most beneficial way to me. And that's with, you know, that's that with that. You are traveling 48 states, and that's like a new truck driver. You don't really know all the rules in every state. Like, you don't know when that California rules, man. I remember me and my teammate, I think it was the first time we entered California, we got pulled over twice. We got pulled over for our tandems, for sure, not being at the California right legal limit or right legal space. And then one was just a random DOT inspection. Random. They just want to check our logs. And that was that. California is the trickiest state to drive through. With all the police, DOT inspections, with all the hills, it's just It's tough. But other than that, like, trucking has so much benefits to it, so much opportunity, so much money, especially when you get your own truck, which is the route I'm trying to go as now. I'm trying to become an owner operator, so I am, trying to figure out what's the best way to become that, the quickest way to become that, and the most successful way to become that. Because if you look on social media, TikTok, everywhere, man, it's so many pros and cons, but so many people telling you the opposite of what somebody else has said. It's some people are taking risks and they succeed. Some people take risks and they fail. So it's kind of like one of those things. Like, should I just take my risk and try, and then, because this person failed, I might fail. But I'm at the point where, you only gonna know once you take that risk. So I am gonna take that risk, and I hope it pays off. But I'm also gonna, put it up here for everybody to see. I'm about to end this video, but my next video I am gonna put those Roadmaster notes, pre-trip, post-trip, and in-cab for those people who go on the Roadmaster, who want to study that to get prepared for their permit test. Their CDL test at the end of their, 4 to 6 weeks. So yeah, if y'all have any questions that I didn't answer, I don't know. I kind of just rambling, but if y'all have any questions, like any specific questions that y'all want me to answer regarding the Roadmaster driving school, anything regarding Roadmaster driving school, or even my CDL, female in trucking, beginner in trucking, where to go, just hit me up, let me know, and I hope this video helps somebody, motivate somebody, and yeah, Lo-LYF out.